Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. It's time to learn about your ABCs this video, short for Aran Best Class. Today is all about this amazing polearm swinging class who is one of the most fluid classes in the game, and it has received a ton of quality of life in the last 2 years, making this class a great grinder and great bosser, and it's one of the most unique classes in the game with their combo mechanic. Popularity wise, looking at the ranking, Arans are placed at 19, looking at characters level 255 and above in MapleStory Global, which doesn't sound very high, but it's a very respectable number of players considering the amount of classes that we have. So let's get all familiar with this class using my wife's Aran. It's level 254 and has 18k stats, and like the good husband that I am, I spent some of her NH cash to make sure that her character looks good.
Wow, thanks for spending my cash on it. Wait, don't you still owe me some metals, you know, those that you borrowed in Luna?
Alright then, so Aran class. Well, actually, before we're diving into all of that, we're first gonna check out today's video sponsor, Awesome. These sponsorships help keep the channel going, and your support is always greatly appreciated. For some reason, my boss doesn't really like it when I play MapleStory during work. I know, weird, right? But I still want to complete those dailies and get those login rewards. Thankfully, I never miss a beat with this all-in-one remote access tool. Using the Awesome game version, I can get and customize a game keyboard so I can play MapleStory from my phone without any disturbances. And of course, the usability doesn't just end there. You can also use remote access to transfer files that you forgot to send, or even turn off your PC in case you want to save money on that electricity bill. If you want to try this out yourself, you can use the code appearing on the screen to get a 7-day trial of Awesome Remote Game. This is only for the first 200 people, so act quickly. Head over to the Awesome website, sign in, click on rewards, fill out the code, and then you're in. You can then easily set up your screen mirroring with your QR code, and once that ends, just using the app will reward you with Sunshine, which can be used to get more days of Awesome Game or Awesome Pro. Sometimes Awesome also offers additional days for free just like that, so that's always nice to grab. The basic version of Awesome is free, by the way, so you can always install that one. But there also is the Pro and Game Plan. I'm using the Game Plan myself for the customizable keyboard. Adding more devices also will give you a discount on the plan. But Awesome doesn't just offer remote software, they even have remote switches. In case you turned off your PC and want to turn it back on remotely or monitor your energy consumption, you can even set timers and schedules. You can check the Awesome app or website if you want to learn more about those, and of course the remote software tool itself. There is a link in the video description and top comment. Don't forget to check out the code, and now back to the video. The Aran class is one of the most unique classes in the game. Besides the option to use their skills like every other class, they can also use key combinations to activate skills. This doesn't only save you a ton of space on your keyboard, it's also a completely different and, in my opinion, very fun way of playing. Using the arrow keys and the regular attack key, you can trigger any of your skills depending on the combination used. And it's not only fun, it's also very useful. As skills triggered this way deal more damage thanks to Aran's passive command mastery skill, plus their effects are also enhanced. For example, Aran has a skill called Final Toss, where you launch yourself upwards. By using the skill by assigning it to a quick slot and then pressing that one button, it's kinda boring and it makes it lose a ton of airtime compared to when you use the up and attack button, making Aran's fly a lot higher if you use the skill that way. Or if you angle your judgment draw skill by pressing up and then left or right and attack, Aran can teleport between Lotus lasers, which was not possible if you just use the skill as is. There are more things like this, but you get the idea. Arans also build up a combo counter when attacking. The higher the number, the stronger Aran gets, gaining a huge amount of critical rate, critical damage, attack power, you name it. But because of this, it's important to build up your combo before you enter a boss fight, so you're already at 10 stacks or 500 combo before you start the fight, else you lose out on damage. In the past, Aran's mobbing could be a bit tiresome. If you had to use the combinations all the time for additional damage, then you had to weave in a regular attack every now and then for their damage buff. Their damage buff that they used to get for weaving their regular attack has been made passive, and Arans can now just spam Beyond Blade without having to link it first to Final Blow, giving them free reign over the skill, and they can just jump and attack like everyone else, while making good use of their great air mobility and dashes. Place down an air dash shower, swap between your 5th job skill skills and the Aran class becomes a great and very chill grinder. No more carpet tunnel from this class. Some Arans even invest a little bit into getting cooldown reduction so they can spam their super strong skills more often, but it isn't required or anything like that. They don't need it for bossing, for example, but it could be beneficial when you're optimizing your grind. Arans are great at mobbing and their bossing is very solid as well. They even get passive healing when they attack enemies thanks to their drain passive skill and have plenty of invincibility frames and damage, making them a great class for maplers who are just starting out. When bossing, Arans don't just spam Beyond Blade, no. They do want to link that using their third job skill, Final Blow, using the command keys. This doesn't only increase the damage of Beyond Blade, but when you use those key combinations for Final Blow and then link it to Beyond Blade, Aran also gains super stance, so you can't be knocked back by anything during the entire cycle of both Final Blow and Beyond Blade. This class has an insane amount of super stance this way. And using the command keys for your 5th job attack, Maha's Carnage, that skill will for example go through damage inflection, which is also super great if you want to deal an additional bit of damage. Aran also has 2 finisher skills that deal a huge amount of damage. The one that's most important, that's Hunter Spray. This skill, seriously, it just one-shots Pierre. You can also hold it if you want, and while holding it, you're invincible. But I believe it's more optimal to not hold it, so you can get in more attacks. Holding it also increases the damage, but apparently it's better to just tap it, let go, if you don't need the iframe of course, and then just spam your attacks. Arans also have their own bind, and they have access to Freud's Wisdom, which is a stackable 5th job common hero skill. This skill gives a bunch of stats and 30 seconds of invincibility when stacked 6 times. So you can literally just keep attacking without having to worry about anything. What are boss mechanics anyway? Their Maha's Domain hyper skill also gives 2 seconds of invincibility, by the way, and it removes statuses and heals you and your party member. It's an amazing skill and gives Aran a little bit of party buffs as well, or party healing I guess. And if you feel like all those skills are a little bit slow towards the end, Arans can animation cancel all their skill animations by using the command keys to activate Gathering Hook. Easier said than done though, but then again I guess I'm still an Aran noob. Yo, Arans are actually pretty fun to boss with, it's a whole different experience. And besides their high damage and great tools to survive, they can also use their mobility to evade things like Will's Tornado, like Red Baron Rules is showing right here. And Aran being a true combo class, their link skill increases EXP earned from combo orbs, which is great for leveling low level characters. It goes up to level 3, so get your Aran to level 210 today. Their Legion effect heals HP, which isn't the best. I mean, it's situational. It could be quite useful when you're bossing, but for grinding, you don't really care that much. For their inner ability, they do not need attack speed, but instead like pulse damage on their first line and buff duration, attack or critical rate on their second line. And for their third line, they go for more damage against monsters afflicted by statuses. If you're grinding, then of course you want to get that meso drop rate on your first line of your inner ability. For the nodes, they have 2 trios. The first one and the most important one, especially for Aran bossing mules, are Beyond Blade, Final Blow and Hunter Spray. And for the second node, which is less of a prio if you just have an Aran bossing mule, you get Final Attack, Smash, Swing and Maha's Domain. And that's all I had on the Aran class. What do you think? Are you an ABCer or do you know that actually Paladin is truly the best class? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Which class should we cover next? And as always, special thanks to our members for making these videos possible. Special thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian Hanoy, Jesus Rodriguez, Kauli Mora, Wiley, Riser Are BackSpaceOTI, Ziggy Historycanon, Saffronyx, Flidiot, Knifesu, Cloudfix, Sir Tito 655, Michael Menchaca, Raytheus, Afterlord, Betrayal 1489, Silvio Nato, Striker Elk, Tidal 1 Victor Sundstrom, Mathias Simonsson, Mr. Anark, Ben on Games, The Passenger, Kani Wu, Max Bernhardt, Mukau 1017, BNB King, Scotty Flies Fast, Gabriel Eck, Fecko, Vake Botnet, Dante Victory, Mathinu Def, Snack, HBG, Only, Lord Vasil, Spats the Kaiser, That Archer Guy, Louis Bento Brandau, Snufflepop, Tails Curspet, The Wolfdrake, Gaber Wolf, Live Love MapleStory, Kali, Duckfoos, Quinn, Migu and Mark Set. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and happy mapling!